Hello everyone, happy Tuesday afternoon on this red hot day. Welcome back to Gary the Garden Novice. Welcome back to my channel and my allotment. Today I'm going to finish off another pea trellis. As you can see on the ground, I made a frame. I've got some wire mesh and I'm going to staple the wire mesh across the frame because I've got another 2 trays of peas in, which will be ready soon. So now I'm going to get a few gaps as I harvest on the allotment, so getting things ready to fill the gaps. Here we go then. So first of all, let's get this rolled out. Got my PPE, my gloves. Put the side on, I think, and pull it out. Quite good mesh. It's just chicken mesh. I got it for free off Marketplace. That'll go in there. And a staple because it runs back away from me. Right. Right. So all we do, we'll stick it to the edge of here so it stays down. Just an ordinary Stanley staple gun. Makes a good job. And you just stretch it out so it's taut. Bit of pressure down. Oops, missed that one. Bit of pressure down on it. Right, so that's it started off. I do a couple more staples on this length, and I'll cut it to length and see where we are from there. Right, that's the staples all the way around the perimeter. I'll do down the middle after I've cut the size. So a pair of wire clippers, and just go down the length of this. Cuts very easily. And I can clip down any bits of wire that's sticking up once I've finished. Right, that's just a bit down the middle of the staple down. Right, do the top bit first. Nice and quick, this gun. And this will give it some strength to frame once this is tacked on. few more at that end, and then tidy the edge up, and we're sort of done. Right, let's stand this up, make sure it doesn't fall apart. Oh. There we go, pretty strong that. So that will go into the ground, each leg will sink it down to the wire, and my peas will grow up this, and I'll continue my harvest of peas, hopefully. So next job is to empty me grass cuttings and clippings from home into my garden waste compost. I bring all my stuff from home rather than send it to the council garden waste. It all goes in there. My selected Amazon boxes, cardboard gets cut up in between, sandwiches in between. So I'm just going to spread that grass cuttings about a bit. Grass cuttings is great because it heats it up. And my compost thermometer, I don't know where it is. I think it's buried in this one, this first one. So I'll have to be careful when I start digging in that one. So this time of the year, the allotment's full of green waste. As you harvest, you're cutting off the leaves of the brassicas, stuff that's gone to seed, you're cutting that down. Broad bean pods, everything goes into there and just rots down. And yeah, a bit smelly, but once it rots down, it makes jolly good compost, because I've used the one out of that one, the first one. This is my second fill. So, next job. Right, next job, guys, is sowing some seeds. I want to sow some succession seeding. Lettuce, Lolla Rossa lettuce. I want some salad bowl lettuce. I'm going to put some more beetroot in, because it's getting towards the end of sowing time for beetroot. I'm going to put some kale in, some all year round cauliflower, and some more spring onions. So let's get them on the go. So I'll put this lettuce in first of all. I use these Charles Dowden little mini modules, multi-purpose compost, and I've mixed it with some coir, so hopefully it'll keep the moisture in. I've had a few stones of, I'll shove plenty in there, so I'm going to do half one variety and half the other variety. There's a few seeds in each one. Aim for about 5 seeds each one. And then once these are through, I just put them in the ground about 10 to 12 inches apart. And I just, when I harvest these, I just pick the outer leaves off. Lettuce is one of the easiest vegetables to grow. But the only thing with these modules, you've got to keep them well watered, especially this warm weather. That's it for that. Lolla Rossa. I've been sowing the lettuce about once a month. So the stuff I'm harvesting now, that'll be coming to an end when this is ready to plant, so it'll swap it over. So this one is salad bowl, so there's a bit of green lettuce in this one and a bit of red. And I find the slugs don't eat the red. So a little dimple in the top of these modules just for the seed to sit in. Then we'll give it a sprinkle over the compost. And the beauty of lettuce, you can interplant lettuce. And you can interplant beetroot as well. So I interplanted some beetroot amongst my radish. Now the radish is all harvested. Beetroot's taken over. It's starting to grow. Right, that's out of there. So now I'll just sprinkle a bit of compost over the top. Just make sure the seeds are in contact with the compost. The label, and that's me lettuce sown, which that will go out in the ground in about 6 weeks' time. Right then, next to sow is beetroot. I sow my beetroot in these little Charles Dowden modules. There's 30 little modules in this one. I'll grow a bit more because this is my final sowing of beetroot this year. So I'll just fill these up. They don't take much compost, that's the beauty of these. Make sure you firm them right down. And the beauty of these, got big drainage holes in the bottom. Right, get the seeds in there. I'll put you on time lapse and bring it back once I've finished. So I aimed for 4 seeds per module because the beetroot seeds are quite big and they're little clusters of seeds, so they'll grow. And I'll sometimes thin them out, the weaker ones out, if it looks too many in a module. That's that. So I'll just pat it down. A bit of OCD, tidying the tray up. Labeling that, fill some water, and that's my beetroot sowed for the rest of the year. Next packet. Next is some more spring onion, like the white Lisbon. So I've just shown that, got a few in there. Same Charles Dowden modules. These are the CD15s, so it's 15 modules, and I'm going to aim for 4 to 5 seeds in each module. I like to do my spring onions and things in clusters like this. Seems to be a good use of space. I really must say the sun is absolutely scorching on my back. I couldn't bear it in the polytunnel, far too warm. It's about 39 degrees in there. Right, get the rest of this sown and then I'll see you shortly. That's them in. Again, a sprinkle of compost over the top. It's just a dusting. And these will start to germinate the next couple of days. Label. Spring onion, White Lisbon. Today's date, 23rd of the 6th. And finally, we've got some all year round cauliflower and some kale red Russian. Because once my onions have been harvested, I'm going to have a big patch free there, so these will go in there once them onions have been harvested. Around about August time, I think they'll be ready, my onions. So first of all, let's get these cauliflowers in. See if I can grow a cauliflower like Stella's, as you put in a 52-week challenge harvest today. Beautiful cauliflower. So if you grow with Stella, it's good. She's got a good YouTube channel. I haven't got many of them left, but there's enough. Because you don't want too many brassicas in at the same time. I'll space these out nicely. Oh yes, plenty there. And what I'll do with these, I'll prick these out into 7cm pots once they're big enough. And once my onions are out, I'll get these in. Cauliflowers, I'll put the packet underneath them so I don't forget what they are. And here I want my kale. Last year I grew kale and I was plagued with whitefly, and the whitefly destroyed them and the Brussels sprouts. So this year I've got EnviroMesh over them. And hopefully keep the insects out. That's enough in there. You can be very easily tempted, like I used to be when I was a newcomer to gardening, is to throw the full packet of seed, and you have millions of plants and too many to use. So those are me kale, leave them there so I know what they are. Go and get some labels and get them watered. Right now I'm going to transplant some iceberg lettuce, which I sowed about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and in a small seed tray, pricked them out into these CD15s, Charles Dowden modules. I've got a Charles Dowden dibber. It's for the size of these modules. Make a little hole. They pop out of there nice and easy, and drop into there. So these icebergs, I'm going to make them about 12 inches apart. Right, I'll get on the rest of them, and then we'll get some mesh to cover them up, keep the birds off. So that's me environmesh covering the iceberg lettuce I've just planted. It just stops the birds, pigeons, pulling them out. Once they get a bit bigger, I'll take it off. Yeah, so that's lettuce transplanted. Right everyone, I think I'm going to call it a day. Thanks for joining me this afternoon on this lovely warm day. Done quite a few things, got a lot of jobs done. I'm going to go home, do a little bit of pruning in my home garden, and cook a tea, lamb dinner for tea, this hot weather as well. Vegetables from the garden. Okay, thanks for watching everyone. Please subscribe and like my channel, be very grateful. Until the next one, bye for now.